Why is my chair so squeaky? Okay, a squeaky chair doesn't matter. It's just a bit annoying, that's all. Welcome to another update video since my redundancy last week. Still feels weird. So for those who don't know, or maybe new to the channel, or maybe only watching this video first, last week I was unfortunately made redundant from my job that I had been in for about 5 years. So in the video I put up last week, I mentioned that I basically had no plan on what to do now. You know, first time I have been unemployed for 15 years, and I just felt at a loss. Like, I had no plan, I had no nothing, just blank. It was really surreal, you know, going for full-time employment to nothing, just like that. It still feels weird today. I'm kind of getting used to it, but it still feels a little bit odd. So, the plan. Do I have a plan? No, not at the moment. I don't necessarily have a plan. I've kind of put some things together, but there's not anything that's kind of definite or like set in stone just yet, which is probably the reason for this video on what I'm going to come to now. So the last week, I have basically been doing like a mind reset, a cleanse, a reset, if you will, however you want to word it. So this past week, I've basically just been relaxing, kind of not really doing much, just kind of letting my brain fart a little bit. It's probably the wrong term, but you know, not stressing about anything, just trying to take everything in its stride and just doing little bits that I haven't really had time to do, or have had time to do, but just, you know, haven't really been bothered or can't be bothered to do, kind of thing. But yeah, dissociating with work completely. So not having to, you know, get up and rush out in the mornings and then make sure like my work bag is packed and lunches and all that sort of stuff. It's just been nice just to completely reset, get in my own routine and kind of go from there, really. So first things first, I was trying to piece together on what I should really do in order to prepare myself for, you know, making the plan, which I will probably show in next week's video. So the first thing that I really did was just kind of tidied up my workspace a little bit, because, you know, there was just like empty cups everywhere. That makes me sound awful. Okay, not empty cups, but, you know, just giving my desk like a clean, getting rid of like old bits of paper, getting rid of old notes, so things like paper that I've just scribbled on because I had to write something down quickly, getting rid of all that sort of rubbish. Maybe any sort of like empty packets, you know, but just the things that you kind of not like notice, but don't really do anything about it. Makes me sound really disgusting. So I've got some books here, I've got my drink, got my pens, I actually got a tripod just to do this specifically, professional. Got some tissues because of hay fever, and some antihistamines because of, well, hay fever. So my workspace is now tidy, it's clean, so it kind of gives me like a fresh or a blank canvas to start with when I actually start making the plan properly and start, you know, trying to put some ideas together for what I'm actually going to do. Another thing that's amazing with having all this free time is just doing all of the little odd jobs around the house that you spot for weeks, you notice them, you go, yes, I need to do that, or I need to do this, I need to do that. But, you know, you should never get around to doing it, because by the time I come back from work, I have to cook, I have to shower, then I have to, you know, wash up, then I'll relax, maybe watch TV for a little bit, and then it's time for bed. So catching up on them little tiny bits here and there is, you know, the list that I had of odd jobs is basically halved, which is such a good feeling, just to have them little things out of the way finally. The other like massive benefit for this as well has been not rushing at the gym either, because most of the time I would go to the gym before work, so I'd have to, you know, rush in, get my workouts done, and then like go and shower, then go up to work. Whereas now I can just, you know, I can walk to the gym, do my exercise or do my workouts as slowly as I want, no need to rush. If someone's on a machine that I need to be on, I don't have to like go and do something else, I can just wait for them to finish and then walk back, have a nice shower. I don't know, that's been, I'd probably say like the highlight of having like this free week and many weeks to come, is just kind of having that freedom to not rush. I think that's the biggest thing actually from this, is just not having to rush when doing anything. I can just take my time. It's actually bliss. And while the weather's been nice as well, in terms of, you know, gym and the exercise, just been going out for walks. I think like the other Friday, I got up and went for like an hour-and-a-half walk on my own. No headphones, no phone, no nothing. I just went for a walk. It was absolutely lovely. So in terms of this week, not really much of an update. It's just more along the lines of just getting my mindset into my own like new routine, basically focusing on myself a little bit, because I think that's something that I I missed, you know, kind of having that time to myself and, you know, being able to do things. Because finishing work most of the day, you know, I'd come back, not do much. I'd try and focus on like personal projects, but I just did not have the brain capacity to do it because I was just, you know, using my brain constantly at work. So now I'm actually able to focus on little things. It's really nice, it is, but you know, the plan has to come around sooner or later because I can't stay unemployed forever. That's all I have for this week, really. Just resetting my brain, getting back into my own routine, you know, with all my free time, and just kind of focusing on myself a little bit. Because I think, you know, self-care and your mental care and your health care and mental health, there we go, we got there in the end, you know, is the most important thing. So that's what I've been doing this week. But next week, I should have a bit more of a plan on what I should be doing. So that'd be exciting to share. And if you're interested in coming on the journey with me, consider subscribing to the channel and obviously hit the bell for notifications, and we can go on this journey together. I look forward to having you on board. So next step, the plan. Let's get planning.